Hey guys, how are you? It's Leyla here, and today I'm finally doing one of the most requested videos, which is my foundation routine. And I have a few foundation routines depending on the occasion, time of day, things like that, depending on the season. So today it's really hot and I'm just kind of doing a very light daytime foundation routine that I do pretty much on a daily basis. Sometimes I do even less than this. Very quick, very easy. Try to use as little product as possible. For me, you guys might find this a lot of products, but for me this works really well. So anyways, let's get into the tutorial, and I hope you guys find it helpful, and if you want to know what I do, stay tuned. Okay guys, so here is my face without absolutely any makeup on. All I have on, I washed my face and all I did is just applied moisturizer. Basically, this routine is going to be what I do on a regular basis, pretty much every day. If I'm not, if I'm not going out or if I'm not filming, this is just a very basic, just a quick little face foundation routine that I would do if I'm going just to run errands or groceries. So just a very kind of light makeup to conceal whatever needs to be concealed. As you can tell, I do have imperfections, I don't have perfect skin, some redness, some discoloration and stuff. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing I'm gonna do is apply this Anti-Dark-Circle Roller, and this has concealer in it already, which I love. I have been using this since I got it pretty much every single day. It's by Garnier and you can find it pretty much at any drugstore, Walmart or whatever. So what I do is just roll it under my eyes, and it is quite a bit lighter than my skin tone, but I like it. I like that kind of white effect. So what I would do is just apply it under my eyes and just start sort of patting it underneath. I don't use any primer or anything on a daily basis, and whatever is left over on my finger, I just kind of go over my lid because I do have some discoloration. So just kind of pat it on and do the same thing over on this side. So instantly, I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell instantly I look so much more awake and so much more bright-eyed. I love this thing. Literally, like, I love it. I'm so happy I found it. Because concealer, I find it's perfect for evening, or if, like you're doing more of a heavy makeup and stuff. This is perfect for every day. I love it. So the next step I do once I conceal underneath my eyes is, and it varies, I do it one way or the other. Sometimes I just use a concealer, sometimes I use just my foundation, sometimes I mix the two. So today I'm going to mix the two, and for concealer I'm going to use this Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. I love this stuff so much. It's creamy. You literally need a dab and it goes a long way. So I'm actually going to use a concealer brush to do it, and this is Sigma F70. Very, very good brush for that. So I'm just going to take literally like a tiny amount. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to apply it onto the back of my hand right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation, and this is Roch Posay in 1610. It used to be available here in Canada, but they discontinued, and I found this. This is the cap, that's what it looks like. I found it in France when we were there last September, and I still have some left. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit, like literally this much, out on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use this brush to mix the two. Okay, so we have a little bit, this gives me like a perfect color right now. So once I mixed it on the back of my hand, I just use a little bit, and I apply it into the areas where I need it the most. So for me, it's around my nose. Okay, and I use the brush to apply it because I find you get precise placement, and then I use my finger to blend it in. Okay, I use the brush to kind of spread it, but I don't use the brush to blend it. So once I have it on and I look funny like this, I start to blend it in with my finger, and I just literally just kind of pat it on. I find that that gives you the best blending effect because the warmth from your finger really melts the product into your skin. So just like this. So once I covered up all my little spots, I set all of this, and I've been using Bare Minerals, Bare Essentials, whatever it's called, Bare Minerals Matte SPF 15 Foundation. And I use it in 2 different colors. I use the medium tan, it looks like this, and I use the tan. And the reason is I use the medium tan, it's a perfect match for my color, to kind of set everything, and then I kind of contour a little bit, not precise contouring, but just like basic contouring around, kind of like, I'll show you. Okay, so I have been using this for 4 years, since 2007. So what you do is, if you've never used this, you kind of like shake it up, and you're supposed to use whatever is left over on the cap, like this. So I just take any powder brush. This is a really good brush for me. I love it. It's by Brush Lab. Okay, so what I do is I just go into the cap, kind of swirl it in, tap off any excess, and then I start blending it into my skin, kind of buffing it in all over my skin. And I absolutely love this product because it gives you an airbrushed look. And it's very light, very super light, so you really don't feel like you're wearing anything, and it gives you an airbrushed effect. Now this doesn't cover up any spots or anything like that. That's why I use the concealer or concealer foundation combination, or just foundation to conceal anything that I have like little spots. But this really evens out your skin tone and gives you, like I said, an airbrushed feeling or look. So I usually just work it down my neck, over your ears. You definitely go over your ears, not just focus on your face, because you don't want to look like you're wearing a mask on your face. So again, I concentrate on areas that are needed the most, which is around my nose. So once I've used this all over my face, I take a little bit, a tiny amount of the tan color. Again, you kind of shake it up to get the product out. And it looks like this. So it has little holes, and you can kind of get, so you can get the product out. And I get a little bit in there. So very lightly kind of go into the cap there, pick up a little bit, swirl it in, tap off any excess. So I literally just concentrate along kind of like the lines of my face, and then around my hairline, and tiny bit about around my nose. So kind of give you that sun-kissed glow. So just like this, very little amount of that. And then I set my concealer with another favorite of mine, which I've been using again for like since 2007, and it is from the Bare Minerals line. This is Well Rested. Absolutely love this product for brightening up under the eyes. It works really well. Again, same concept, you have some product in there, and then you just take a little bit into the cap, and I use this fluffy brush, tapered blending brush actually, or any brush really that's kind of good for blending out the product. This is E40 by Sigma. So I just pick up a little bit, and I start to set my concealer. So I go underneath my eyes, and I'm actually going to bring it up to my lid as well. And this really is true to its name. It gives you that really well-rested kind of look. So I just use little amount to set all over my eye area, basically underneath my eyes, and all over the lid area. Alright, so once we have set the concealer, I'm going to just bronze my cheeks a little bit, and I'm going to use MAC's bronzing powder in bronze. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to use this tapered, large angled brush by Sigma. It's F40. So I'm just going to take a little bit and going to apply it in just a few spots. So I'm applying it right here to highlight my cheekbones a little bit over on this side, just a little bit to sort of accentuate your features. And I always add it into my hairline just a little bit right here, because again, you don't want to look like you're wearing a mask, and just a tiny amount to contour the nose a little bit. So that's all for bronzer. So next I'm going to apply a little bit of blusher, and this is one by Smashbox in color Radiance. The color doesn't come out true to what it looks like. It's a very bright pink, but it doesn't come out as pink as it looks in the pan, I guess. So I'm going to use this powder or blush brush. It's F10 by Sigma. Looks like this. I'm going to take a little bit and just apply it kind of on the apples of my cheeks and blend it upwards into my bronzer, just like that, for a little bit of color. Same thing over here. So next I'm gonna highlight my cheekbones using MAC's Mineralized Skinfinish in Soft and Gentle. I don't know if you can see the name, it's all kind of dirty with makeup, but that's what it looks like. Very nice shimmery highlight, and I'm gonna apply it with e.l.f.'s fan brush. I find it gives you a very nice light kind of finish. So what I do is I just pick up the product and just apply a little bit of highlight onto my cheekbones, and then just the brow bone a tiny amount. And this just gives you a nice kind of beautiful glow. Okay, like that. Next I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlighter underneath my eyebrow. This is by Annabelle, and it doesn't have a name, it just has a number, 200. I don't know if you can find it, but anything that's kind of ivory or a vanilla color would work. And I'm gonna apply it with a large shader brush. This is Sigma E60. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, tap off any excess. I'm gonna apply it a little bit underneath the arch of my eyebrows, like that, and then just blend out whatever's left over. And I'm gonna use a tiny amount in the inner corner of my eye. Next thing is to, you can skip the step, it's totally up to you. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't. Today I'm gonna just apply a little bit of a eyeliner. This is Stila's Smoky Quartz. It's like a, that's what it is, it's a gray kind of smoky color, and just going to apply it onto the outer corners of my eye, just to thicken up the lash line a little bit. Not a lot, just like a little bit at the edges. You know, same thing over here, just a tiny amount. And not bringing it in all the way, just like on the corners there. And I don't have the brush next to me, so I'm just gonna use my finger and just kind of blend out the edge because I don't want to see a harsh line. So doing this will take away most of the product, which is fine by me. I'm looking for just a very light application. So once you've done that, next step is to apply a little bit of mascara, and this is CoverGirl's Lash Blast Fusion. This one is both volumizing and lengthening, and I love it. So I'm just gonna apply that really quickly. Okay, you can skip putting mascara on your bottom lashes if you want to. Most of the time I do, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit here as well, just a tiny amount with whatever is left over on the brush, just like this. Okay, and we're pretty much finished. I'm just gonna take away any product that might have been left over on my eyebrows with a spoolie. So just kind of brush them out, just like this. And the very last step is to apply some lip gloss. So today I'm using this Lip Fusion Lip Plumping color. It looks very vibrant in the tube, but it's actually quite sheer, and the color is Posh. So I'm gonna apply a little bit just for some shine, like that. So there we go, I'm all done for today. So this was my light daytime sort of foundation routine, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's very simple, I don't really do anything special. I try to use as little products as possible, and yeah, that's what I do pretty much every day. Sometimes I do even less than that, and depends on my mood, depends how much time I have. So this was really fast, really easy. It took a little longer because I'm explaining, but normally this would take me like not more than 5 to 6 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick everyday foundation routine. I know it's been highly requested, so I hope those of you who were waiting for this video will be happy and will give it a try. And I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later, or we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!